Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another installment of the 2024 Credit Card Madness Tournament. That's right, we are now in the conference finals. So, of course, this episode will break down who is advancing from versus Team Travel in that region and Team Cashback, that region, to the championship, which will be next week. So, of course, if that sounds interesting to you, then go ahead, press the subscribe button, and let's get to work. Now, in case you may have missed it or new here, really quick, the Credit Card Madness Tournament is the channel's annual credit card tournament, much like March Madness that is happening right now. We take 16 of the world's best credit cards and pit them against each other single elimination style until there is only one champion. The best part of it is the winners and losers are decided by all of you at home watching, and there is still plenty of time to help us crown a winner for this year. Now, if you want to get caught up, of course, on the channel homepage, we have a playlist, a full section actually dedicated to this tournament and past tournaments where you can catch up. But let's get into it here because last week we had the Final Four, so we put that bracket on screen for you last week. These are the matchups you had to vote for. Again, you had the City Custom Cash, which was been a strong one seed versus a up-and-comer, card with something to prove in the Capital One Saver One rewards. Of course, on the travel region, you had the defending champion Venture X and the Sapphire Preferred as a 2 seed. No need to build any suspense. We will get into it here with the Cashback region, and then Matt Welter will join us to tell us how the travel region broke out. So here you have it, our one and only mashup. Again, the City Custom Cash, number 1 seed, very strong number 1 seed versus the Capital One Saver One rewards. And in a shocking, absolutely shocking turn of events, in my opinion, the Saver One Rewards is advancing. It is your champion of the Cashback region, taking home 58% of the vote to knock out the Custom Cash, who was on an absolute tear. I did not see that coming by a mile. The Capital One Saver One is it's having a moment right now. I'm not really sure what to attribute it to, but that is your Cashback champion, the one who will represent their Cashback region in the finals. Now, let's bring in Mr. Welter here to see who exactly the Saver One is going to square off against from the travel region in next week's finals.
Now let's take a look at the conference finals on the travel side of the bracket so we can see exactly which card is going to be advancing to the overall championship to take on the winner of the Cashback side. As a reminder, the conference final matchup on the travel side had the number 1 seed defending champ Capital One Venture X taking on the number 2 seed Chase Sapphire Preferred, and even though the Sapphire Preferred did put up a somewhat tight battle, the defending champ Capital One Venture X did end up prevailing and recorded over 56% of the vote, and now the Capital One Venture X will be headed back to the championship and is only one win away from repeating and becoming a back-to-back champion.
And there you have it. Thank you, Mr. Welter, for joining us with that. So, as you can see, the travel region, with the travel region concluding as well, the Venture X retains its title, at least through the travel region. And now the finals were set to have not only an all Capital One matchup, we had, again, the Saver One representing Cash and the Venture X, the defending champion, going head-to-head next week. Now, we'll talk about that show in a little bit. But overall, here are the stats, again, that we get from Google, the Google form sheets. Again, nothing crazy here, but you can kind of see at the time where we called it, one side, the travel side, 303 responses, and you can kind of see how it breaks down in the chart there. And then, of course, the Cashback region, 314 responses. And again, you can see it. I had to double check it myself a few times. It was just very surprising that the Saver One, I think the Saver One is a good card. I do. I think it is a good card. I had applied for it myself. The Capital One denied me because they're Capital One. Could also have something to do with me having a bazillion inquiries. Who's really to say? But I did not think it was going to dethrone the Custom Cash. I'm genuinely surprised. And so if you ever thought the tournament was rigged, there's no chance because I voted for the Custom Cash. Now on the travel side, I did vote for the Sapphire Preferred. I don't know that I felt great about it. I think personally, I voted for the Sapphire Preferred because it's the more affordable card. The Chase ecosystem is stronger. I would concede that the Capital One, the Venture X, is a better all-around one-and-done travel card. Sure, but again, if you're new here, if you're not new, if you've been around for a while, then I really have no interest paying a $400 annual fee, even with the lounge benefits and all that. So for me, I voted Sapphire Preferred. And then probably a little bit It's a little bit because I wanted to see a Chase card make it to the finals, but Chase is becoming, they're a really good regular season team that just doesn't make it very far. So anyways, that is how I voted. I can't really explain the custom cash. I know some people keep saying, well, the custom cash just does one trick, but I can't remember a time where Capital One has really been this popular, honestly. But hey, let me know down below how you voted and what your overall thoughts are. Now, again, one episode left, and we're going to do it a little bit differently this time. So you're still going to have the Google form link down below. It'll just be one Google form link to vote. Again, we only have one matchup left, as we covered, to decide who is the overall winner of this year's tournament. So you're going to do that. Voting starts right now. It's going to go, of course, all the way through next Monday, and then next Tuesday will be the final show. But it will not be a pre-recorded show like all these in. We will be live. Yes, we're going to have a live show. We're committing to it now. I've never hosted a live show myself, so provided we can make it work and get everything up and running, but I've seen other people do it. How hard can it really be? I'm just kidding. We're going to give it a shot. So Mr. Welter will join me over here, and we will not only tell you who won, but we'll stick around. We'll do some thoughts, some breakdown. Of course, we'll do some Q&A as well. So right now, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. We want to do something a little bit different for the final, because again, I think playing about 5-6 weeks of this, it's a little bit longer than I'd want, so at least if you make the last episode different and hopefully more interactive and engaging, it makes it, gives it an oomph, if you will, to finishing the tournament. So we're definitely going to be there for an hour. So it'll be 7 o'clock Eastern time. It is a school night, right? I got to go to bed. So we're going to commit for an hour, 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock Eastern time. So general format, we'll probably give everyone a few minutes to get in. Of course, we'll put out a community post on both channels for it. And then we won't burn any time here, about 5 minutes, welcome period and whatever. Then we'll get into it. We'll just tell you guys who won. We'll break it down and say, again, the rest of it will be open for people to ask questions. I mean, you can ask whatever you want. It's probably tournament related, but you can ask whatever you want. We'll also have a guest. You can ask him whatever you want as well. I'm saying that for him. I don't know. We'll make him answer, because over here we don't duck questions. So looking forward to that. That'll be the next round. Again, voting starts right now. Google form link down below. As we've always said, if we don't get any of your email addresses or information, you just have to get one vote. That's why it requires you to log in. But overall, the finals are set. I've got the bracket on screen for you. One more look at it so you can see how far we've come. It's been an exciting tournament. I'm genuinely surprised by the cashback region. I cannot stress that part enough. But overall, looking forward to it. So anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this one. So if you liked it, drop me a thumbs up down below. If you found it particularly interesting, consider subscribing to the channels. We're posting content just like this every single week. Of course, right back here every Sunday with all the news you can use in the week that was in credit and finance. And of course, every single day over on profitablecontent.com. That is the channel's blog. We now have the latest news stories. We have bank promotions, and we have credit card offers. I know we have the Saver over there and the Venture X, so if you want to get in on some souvenirs, if you will, of the 2024 credit card winners, well, we've got those over there as well. So you can go check them out. Hopefully they don't deny you like they did me. So avenge me, maybe, as usual. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you right back here next week live for the championship round.